The Angetube 827 streaming webcam versus the Dell XPS 15 with the built-in webcam. Which one is the best? Well, stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Dave of Tech Experts, and I help entrepreneurs to close the gaps that exist across the tools needed for your online business. Today, we're comparing two webcams. One will be the built-in to our Dell XPS 15. It's about 2 years old. The other is the Angetube 827 streaming 1080p webcam. We're going to compare these two cameras across 4 points. I'm going to look at angle of view. So how wide is it? How up or down is it? We're going to look at number 2 is going to be color quality. How is the color quality up here? Number 3, how does the audio sound on the laptop mics and the camera mic? We're currently using a regular mic to record this, so I will let you know when I'm switching between each. And number 4, I'm going to talk about pricing. How much does the webcam cost? Is it seem like it's a good value for the camera? And we're going to give you an overall take on this. Now, I'm recording this section currently on a Logitech C920. If you want to see this compared to the Angetube, you can do that. I have a video. I will link it up above, and it's down below in my show's notes. So let's jump in and see how the two of them compare side by side. Okay, so when you're looking at the screen now, I've got the Dell XPS 15. It's like 2 years old, like I said. It's on the left side. And I have the Angetube 827 on the right-hand side. So the first thing we notice is they have different angles or degrees of angle of viewing field. The Dell seems to be much narrower, well, somewhat narrower than the Angetube. I would say about almost 80 degrees it feels like. It's not bad. I feel fairly well centered up in it as far as the spacing side to side goes and the ability to get myself feeling like I'm close enough. But the angle, you have to continually tip the screen to get yourself to be positioned where you're comfortably looking into it and you fit in is not great. So it definitely is shooting up my face, up my nose, and makes me feel uncomfortable, makes me almost look like I have extra rings, bad shadows, and is just off in however I look, no matter how I'm doing this, unless I get myself really low to make myself look more level, but that's not usable. Now on the Angetube, it's centered right in the top center of the laptop on top of the screen, and the Dell is built in onto the bottom edge of the screen. So the Angetube is shooting down on me more. It makes me much more flattering looking. It definitely has that wider degree of angle view. It's a 90-degree field of view, so that space shows more of the walls, more of the ceiling space, and more up what's around me and behind me. So for the angle of view, just the fact that it's shooting more down on me, more flattering, even if I have more space, I'm going to give the angle of view and the viewing angle to the Angetube for a win. Now let's look at number 2. Number 2 is going to be color quality. So we're looking here. If you look at the Dell, I look more natural. I wouldn't say I'm quite right. I would say I'm oversaturated. It almost turned me more orange looking, more than I should be. So it's more warm than I want to be, but it's not terrible. And it's not like I'm bright and shiny on my face. So I like that. Now the Angetube on the right hand side clearly is making me look overexposed. I look too white, too washed out, too many bright hot spots on my face. Now the lighting hasn't changed at all between the two of them. It's in the same spot with the same lights. So for the color quality, I'm giving my win clearly to the Dell, as there's no color correction in either of these. Now on the audio, that's number 3. We're going to be talking about the audio. Now we will play a little clip of the Dell audio here. This is the Dell, and we're running a Dell XPS 15. It's about 2 years old now, so we probably are due for an upgrade. And that audio seems like it's okay at times, but I've noticed in the recording it can be really all over the board. If you move wrong, it drops out heavily or gets really weak and hard to hear. Other times it sounds decent, not great, but decent. And now this will be the audio from the Angetube. Is our Angetube 827 running on our Dell laptop. And you hear that it seems a little more hollow. It's consistent. The audio is clearly there. You can hear it evenly the whole time, but the consistency is not super sharp. You're sounding a little echoey and opening room, like it's not right balanced, not rich enough. So for the audio quality, the fact that the Angetube just gave me consistent audio, even if it wasn't what I loved, I'm going to give my win to the Angetube. Now, number 4, we said we'd talk about is pricing. So the pricing for the laptop, it comes included in your cost. That means that price is fixed and you can't change it. Now, if you're buying the cam, this Angetube is $39.99 on Amazon. Sometimes it goes on special for a couple bucks less, but not a bad price for a webcam. So on the pricing, I'm going to call it a draw. Now, here's my final overall thoughts on over the whole thing. I think the Angetube might work if you're doing a conference call. That is a great place for it with a wider angle. You can have more than one person being able to be viewed on your laptop screen for that. I like the fact that it shoots down. I think the audio quality is better on it, but I still recommend a real mic. Now, there are other choices out there that you may have spent a few extra bucks for, but it's worth the step up. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give me the big thumbs up. Like it, share it with your friends and family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want to keep you in the know. We have more how do I guides, more tech tips, more reviews, and more things we want you to be in the know, like why it's worth getting a real good webcam. Okay, if you haven't done so yet, please check out my show's description down below. I'll have the Angetube linked up in there. I also have a link to that other video I did where I'm comparing the Logitech C920 to the Angetube 827 and seeing which one is the best. We also have some other amazing videos out there for everything from passwords to two-factor authentication, hardware keys, and other reviews of things you need to make sure you're staying safe and successful in your business. Now, if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, I would love to hear your take. What's your favorite solution? Do you have a webcam you love to use instead of the one built into your laptop? Again, I'm Dave of Tech Experts, and I look forward to working with you.